I know a lot about dating because I watch a lot of dates. That sounds creepy. I host a dating show. So I've learned a lot about men and women and their interactions. And one important thing that I've learned is that when you like someone and you want to impress them, what do? You lie. You have to. Because if people knew how weird you were in your off time, no one would have you. Guy says to you, what do you like to do for fun? Girls, you can't be honest. You can't be honest about that shit. You can't be honest about what you were doing 10 minutes before you came to the door. You have to lie. What do you like to do for fun? You can't tell him. You can't be like, I really enjoy choreographing naked cheerleading routines to old Britney Spears CDs, and then I Google a bunch of hentai porn, masturbate, don't wash my hands, Facebook stalk my ex-boyfriend and his ex-girlfriends, jot down their place of employment for future reference, and then I go bake some cookies, and then I mouth kiss my dog and promise her that one day she'll be my wife. You can't say that. 9 times out of 10, guy asks a girl, what do you like to do for fun? The girl's answer will be, hiking. I love hiking. I do. Don't I? I do. I love hiking. I do. I love hiking. I do. I love it. I love hiking. No, you don't. Stop lying. You don't like, really, Stacy? You like hiking? Where are your trail spikes? Where's your walking stick? Where's your lesbian mountain partner? You don't like hiking. You don't even know what hiking is. Most modern girls don't really know what hiking is, okay? To the average girl, hiking is you wake up whenever you want, you put on Lululemon yoga pants because they make your butt look unreasonably good, as they should for $800. And you go for a walk in the park with your best friend and complain about how hungover you are. That's hiking. Yeah, I do it too. Promise you this, girls, it's not a sport if you can drink a Starbucks and have a pita while you're doing it. Do you want a piece of pita? Hiking. But there's a method to our madness. There's a reason women say hiking. We say hiking because we think guys like hiking. That's why we're doing it. We'll be outside where the bugs are. No, we think you like that. We're taught to believe that men are outdoorsy and rugged and they like nature. As far as we're concerned, you're the closest thing we know to a bear. So we say hiking hoping to have something in common with you. We honestly say hiking hoping that you'll be like, you like hiking? I like hiking. Marry me. It's the easiest thing you can say that you do. It's one of the only outdoor activities that you can lie and say that you do it, having never done it before, and then do it and pull it off because it's walking. You can't pull that off. You shouldn't be mating with anyone. Most outdoor activities require a decent amount of skill. For example, you can't say you like rock climbing if you've never been rock climbing. I mean, you can, but I promise you this, you're gonna go, you're gonna slip, you're gonna get your hand caught in a rock, 127 hours later. Stump's not getting you a second date, I promise you that. I don't know if girls want to hear this, but the truth is 90% of the activities that women engage in revolve around getting a guy's attention, okay? And it's just the way we're built biologically. This is just something we do. We love to get your attention. It's part of the sport of it, all right? You think I go to a sports bar because I like warm beer and sticky bar stools? No, I go because there's guys there. You think I do a pub crawl every year because I like it when my liver hurts? No, I go because there's guys there. We don't wear heels for our circulation. We do it to prop up our butts so you'll look at me and want to mate with me. That's why we do it. This isn't a game, all right? This isn't a push-up bra, it's body armor, and this ain't makeup, sweetheart, it's war paint. Let's make a baby.
And the things that are supposed to prepare women for life don't at all. Like, I was in the Girl Scouts. The Girl Scouts does not teach you any skills, right? The Girl Scouts basically teaches you to sell a bunch of cookies that you didn't freaking make, okay? Like, if you're to take the skills you learned in the Girl Scouts and apply them as an adult, you're selling things to strangers in a mini skirt. You're a hooker. That's what you do for a living. That's your job now. But guys learn real skills. You guys, go to the Eagle Scouts and you guys learn how to, make ropes and make fires and stuff. And women don't learn those kind of survival skills. And I was thinking about how much that pissed me off after that happened to me, But then I kind of got perspective. I was like, you know what? Guys may know how to make ropes and fires and stuff, but women, we can make people. Okay, that is pretty badass, okay? Give me the backseat of a Taurus and some Sutter Home, I can duplicate. guess what? It comes out on a freaking rope. It's hard though. Going from a long relationship to starting to date again is very difficult because when you're in a long-term relationship, you're comfortable, right? You don't have to wear any makeup. You can just pee in front of the person or whatever. When you're dating somebody new, you have to try to be perfect for the new guy. Like I've been dating a new guy and I've been trying to be so perfect. Basically the first 3 months of me dating this guy, every second has basically been me trying to not fart. That's all it is. Every second of every day, it's just like, please don't fart, please don't fart, please don't fart. Please don't fart. My ass is in the shape of its life. That's the upside. But the hard part is that I'll sometimes stay at his house for a couple days at a time, and I have to hold it in so long that by the time I leave, I'm like, all right, see you later. Sometimes you can catch air, You're always trying to be perfect for the new guy, Like when I stay at this guy's house, the extent to which I try to be perfect for this guy, I will wake up at 6 a.m. while he's still asleep, sneak into the bathroom, put on a full face of makeup, sneak back into bed, so by the time he wakes up, I look like Lady Gaga or something. Which is so ridiculous. Women, we do not need to look cute in the morning for our man. We don't need it. Because guys, before your eyes even open in the morning, you guys have erections. You don't even know what's lying next to you, and you're just ready to have sex with it. Really? You are heathens. You guys literally wake up in the morning, you're like, where's a hole? Give me a hole. It is barbaric.
Ladies, never order a lobster on a date. The lobster is the most expensive thing on the menu, okay? So just know that if you order and consume a lobster, you have to touch your date's wiener. You have to, okay? It's like a sexual contract from the sea. It's binding. Now, keep in mind, he wants you to get the lobster. He's not gonna make you get it, but he's hoping you'll come to that conclusion on your own. He's hoping you'll be flipping through the menu and you'll be like, I don't know what to get. I don't know, I'm eating fresh this week. I'm eating a lot of fresh things. That's my new thing, fresh. I'm gonna do fresh food. Oh, lobster? Should I get it? Should I get it? Should I get the lobster? Should I crack it open on my head like an otter, eat it off my chest? Lobster? Yeah, because then it's wiener time this Sunday at Vagina. Here's how it's gonna go down, okay? You're gonna be making out later. And now guys, this is for you to know. Just so you know, as girls, we like to make out with you when we first meet you. We like to make out with you a couple times and then leave right when you think we're gonna sleep with you, okay? We do it to make sure that you like us, but if you wanna know the truth, they teach us this shit in high school. While you were off building a birdhouse and shop class, we were off learning how to be annoying. Here's how it happens. You're gonna be making out. And you'll notice that when a girl makes out with you and leaves you, we always leave in a very sweet way because we want you to have a nice impression of us for later, right? So it's always like, okay, well, I gotta go, bye. Bye, I like you too, stop it. It's always very sweet, right? I've gone as far as to sometimes bring a little thing of vanilla body spray, and when he gets up to go to the bathroom, I spray it on his pillow. That way later when he texts me, he's like, oh my God, my pillow still smells like you. I'm like, that's amazing. Why? You can get creative with it. You can take a handful of glitter on your date, and then after you're leaving, just be like, okay, I gotta go. Bye. You bring a smoke bomb, and then still be standing there because you don't know magic. Really, you're gonna go? That's messed up. That's messed up. It's messed up, Amber. You're just gonna go. Just gonna go? It's funny. It's funny. You're just gonna go, cause I distinctly remember. I bought you a lobster. Man's right, time to pay the piper. Girls, you do not have to sleep with him. It's just a crustacean. That's ridiculous, all right? But you gotta give him something. I suggest a beej. That's what I suggest. That's proper. Don't do a hand job. That's ridiculous. That's child's play. Hand job? A handy, really? As a grown woman, you're not doing a hand job, okay? If you voted, you're not doing a hand job. Let's send some hand jobs overseas to China. not doing a hand job. A hand job, that's what kids do when you're like a teenager. You do a hand job, you put on your promise ring, you revel in your virginity for the next 10 to 15 years, depending on your involvement with comic books. That's what a hand job is for. As an adult, it's not happening. It's an intermediary step in a sexual evolution that you've evolved past, okay? It's like a tail. Necessary at one point for balance, but if you busted it out at a house party, people would be like weirded out. I was out with a guy one time who I wasn't even into. I didn't want to do anything, and he didn't buy me a lobster. And I explained everything, and after talking to him, he's like, I'd like a hand job. I think it sounds great. And I guess I was frustrated because he hadn't been listening to me or my feelings. And I was like, all right, I'll tell you what, son. I'm gonna give you a hand job. But it's gonna be on my terms. 45 minutes long. No lotion. And you don't break eye contact. Go!
I had one white guy like, how do I turn a big black woman like you on? I said, I am very turned on by Morton Steakhouse. I love that place. The ones I had large meat, I don't care how large yours is. You know what I'm saying? Just feed me first. That's all I'm saying. I'm way less judgmental when I'm full. Black guys in LA, they were hard to come by. Because they like everything. They're New York men are more like, I like this, I stick with that. In LA, they're like, I date everybody. The fucking buffet out there. So I'd meet one and be like, you know what? We go together. I wouldn't even ask. You're my boyfriend. I can't find none of y'all, okay? We go together. You know what? I attract the black guy. I always get the reacclimation black guy. Know what that is, sir? I feel like you know what I'm talking about. Know what that is? I get the black guy who has not had a black girlfriend in years. And then he meets me. He's like, oh, girl, I want to come back. I want to come back. Can you train me? You need to watch BET. I don't got time to train you on how to be a black man. But I knew that he and I weren't going to work. You know why? He had a lot of white requests. He was like, Jackie, let's get up at 5 a.m. and go for a run on the beach. Ah! The third one. I'm like, why? Is the gym closed? They open at 9. What the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, Jackie, I wanna make love to you in the shower. Let's get in the shower. I'm like, can you see me? I don't do water sports. I'm like, you know what? Before I say no, let me go get my big pink plastic floral Walmart shower cap. If I had that big ass hat on and your dick still gets hard, you deserve it, okay? You're a fucking trooper. That is not a come fuck me hat. We all know him. We all got that hat at home, okay? He was like, he wanted to go hiking on the first date. Hiking! I said, that's white. I'm sorry. That is really white. How about I now act out my own homicide, Law and Order? How about that? I'm not going hiking with a goddamn stranger. In the woods? Really? Do you not have TV? That's right. No dates in the middle of nowhere. Hell no. I used to have a propensity to attract young dudes. They like me because I have a very youthful, I'm happy. They like happy. But they're easy to get. It's like shooting fish in the barrel, getting a young guy. But you can lure them into your house with a game console. There's no challenge with a young guy. PS5, penis forever. That's all I'm saying. Is that what the P stands for? It should. Oh, God. Old guys. Ooh, I do well at attracting an old dude, boy. You know why I attract old guy? Why? I get the Bluetooth, man. Y'all know the old ass black guy with the Bluetooth? Is that you, sir? I feel like you might be that dude. No, right here, Baldy. Where is this? Oh, you wearing one right now? You wearing one right now? I got the black guy with the Bluetooth on all day for no goddamn reason. I was in a bar with a guy, Bluetooth, face blinking for 3 hours. I'm like, are you closing on the house, Samuel? Turn that off. It's midnight on Saturday. Anybody looking for you? I feel like a lot of old guys don't know how to get laid, though. They're out of the game. They don't really know the lingo. I was in one show, guy in the front row, cute, 49 years old. I was joking. I was like, do you have high blood pressure? And he said, of course. That's not how you get your dick sucked, sir. That's not the way. But the advantage of dating men at 50 is that I'm honest. You know what I mean? Like, that whole thing about all night long, isn't that a fucking lie? The only thing I want all night long is sleep and a shoe sale. You know what I'm saying? I do not want dick all night long. But I can say no to certain dicks now. When you get older, you learn. I got my first ever dick pic. I've only gotten one in a text. This guy liked me, wanted to sell it to me. Text of his penis, 11 inches long. 11 inches! No. 11 inches. And my girlfriend said, you're a big girl. You can handle that. I said, bitch, I'm not hollow. What the fuck? There's shit inside. There's muscles and bones. Anything that big enters your body, you know what it's called? An intruder. What's that? That's that a lung, bitch, or a spleen? You don't need any more organs. You finished. You full.
I'd love to see a dating game, but for the kind of guys that I date. Bachelor number 1. What's your idea of a fun first date? Well, since I don't really live anywhere because I'm on tour 9 months out of the year, I thought it'd be fun to see where you live, and if I like your place, I could just leave my bag there. Like, I wouldn't be there for you like the rest of the year, but like my bag would be there for you. I believe the term for that is hobosexual. Bachelor number 2. I'm really looking for someone who's done the work. Is that you? When you said someone who's done the work, that's like a real boner killer. Bachelor number 3. I don't really consider myself bisexual. I just think, I love who I love. How do you feel about that? Well, since I'm a lesbian who only dates straight women, that's not gonna work for me. So I was on Match.com, thank you. And I had an encounter with someone called Toy Story 5. Who I never actually ended up meeting him because he left me a bunch of messages, and then when I called him back, he had no idea who I was. So he's like, Melinda, it's Toy Story 5. Let's see if this is as good as it is on paper. I'm sure it is. Melinda, Toy Story 5 from Match.com, calling to ask you out. Don't know if you got my earlier message. I never know if people get my messages. Melinda, Toy Story 5 from Match.com. Not sure if I called you yet. At any rate, I'm calling you now. Now you got my home and my cell. Double trouble. So I call him back. Hello. Hi, it's Melinda. Melinda? Melinda who? Melinda from Match.com. Oh, how'd you get this number? Well, you left it for me in a message. Bunch of messages, actually. Like all day, all night. And I just went ahead and used it to call you. Oh, I'm just like really spaced out right now. Because I never give out this number, so I don't know how you got it, but I find it highly unusual. There is no way I would have given you this number. So this is just weird. All right, you know what? Let's just forget the whole thing. It was nice almost meeting you. Take care. Bye. I hang up. He apparently then Googles me, okay? He starts texting me. The texts start rolling in. He's like, is your ego that massive that I should remember you because I called you once? Get a fucking clue. You did stand up on Craig Ferguson. That doesn't mean you are Craig Ferguson. I go, classy response, psycho. He goes, class has zip to do with what we're addressing. Consciousness does. I'm just calling you on your Hollywood bullshit ego. P.S. If you're gonna wear some sleeveless dresses, do some arm work, please. He goes, you might be funny, but you're apparently hugely insecure. What a surprise for a strigling actress. I write back, what a surprise that you are so angry. I would be angry too if I spelled as many things wrong as you.
How many people here have been on a blind date? I'm just curious, by like round of applause, yeah? How'd it go? It was awful, did you say? Awful, you didn't go on, like, did you go on another date with a person? No, who set you up? A friend, a terrible friend. You know, I know that feeling. Like, I remember, because I have shitty friends. So I remember going on a blind date one time, and what I found out, it wasn't so much the date that was annoying. The guy just didn't, we just didn't really hit it off. But it was my friend the next day calling me all day. How'd it go? Did you like him? Did you guys kiss? How'd it go? Did you like him? Did you guys kiss? I was like, we kissed a couple of times while we were having sex. Would have been kind of rude not to, You can't just be like, oh no, this is... And she was so excited too. She's like, oh my God, you guys had sex on the first date. You must have really liked him. I was like, oh my God, he was so annoying. Wait, like guys, seriously, I would like to say to you, just FYI, if a woman has sex with you on the first date, that doesn't necessarily mean that she likes you. Right, ladies? And now you guys know where the sluts are sitting in case you want to... I'm here for all of you. No, but it doesn't. Like, it usually means that she doesn't. It's the same theory you guys have. It's like, well, this isn't going anywhere. I might as well get some sex out of the deal. And if it happens in your car, by the way, that's not like, oh my God, I can't wait to get my hands on you. That means I don't want you to know where I fucking live. But I know that it sucks being single. Oh, my friend that I was talking about at the beginning, the online dating girl? Oh my God. She was over the other night. She lives down the street from me, and she lives alone. And, listen, she's, again, like I was saying, she's one of those people, she just hates being single. And I live alone too, but I enjoy it. But she should also, it's like, I'm like, just don't worry about it. Like, even when I was single, if my friends were in a relationship, I was always happy for them. I wasn't like, fuck you, suicide pact, like... Like, it's okay. So she's over the other night. She lives down the street, and we're talking, and she's like, would you ever think about what would happen if you died tonight in your house? What happens if you die? And I was like, is that a threat? Like, what? What's happening? And she was like, no, do you ever think about it? Like, you don't have a roommate or a boyfriend living here. Like, what if you just die tonight? What if I leave and you die? Do you ever think about that? Do you think about it? And I was like, well, I'm thinking about it now, asshole. Like, great hangout, by the way. I invited you.
Like, I had a guy, this was his line to me. He said, I have money. That was it. I was like, well, how much? All right? Don't be vague. Not on that. Be specific. It gets weird, being single, going on dates. Like, one time I was in between an architect and a guy who could do a headstand. These were my options. And the architect is great, because women, we like to say what a guy does for a living. We like to say, oh, he drew that. That was, look, architect. Headstand guy, I don't know how to explain that at a party. If I take him to the party, how am I gonna... They go, what do you do, baby? Go outside and show them that amazing headstand that you can achieve. I mean, it's great stuff. He's on Instagram, it's like in the sun, it's great. I went on a date with him. On the date, he wasn't drinking, which is weird. That's how you get through a date. He's just sober facing me the whole time. So I asked him, I go, do you drink? That's a normal question to ask someone when they're not drinking, but it threw him. One eye went the other way. And this is what he said, I kid you not. He goes, well, when I'm at the strip club, I have sangria. There's so many problems with that answer. It's on so many levels. It's just, you can't even deal with all the levels of problems in that. I was in a small restaurant in New York. There was a guy in the corner just like, yeah, no, you don't want it. And then I'm wondering, is there a guy at the strip club just chopping fruit for sangria? Kiki's good tonight, yeah. Trying to do things different, though. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I used to date young. I can't date young anymore. The court said I can't. I can't even look at them, no. I don't mean to. It's like I said, I aged well, and they just come at me. I'll be hanging out at the GameStop, and they just come into my life. What am I supposed to do? I'm like, you want this? Come and get it. But it was exhausting. Dating young, this guy was always awake, just looking at me. Like, what next? I was like, nothing. Take a nap, shit. Go to sleep. This was 3 whites ago, by the way, 3 whites ago. He talked a lot, too. Oh, my God, he talked so much. I told him, I said, I need some white noise, and I don't mean you, okay?
Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm going to be in Vancouver starting Monday. Is there any way I could just take you to dinner tomorrow night, like 7 o'clock? Yeah, let me check my schedule. You guys know I eat Nutella out of a jar, so I don't have a schedule. Right. So I thumb through my calendar and I'm like, oh, I can make room. Yeah, sure. He's like, great, I'll see you tomorrow. He leaves, he walks away. And at that point, I do what most women would do in this situation. I watch him walk away for entirely too long. I let out a really loud scream, run to the bathroom to call my kid's sister. So I get in the bathroom, I'm like, Tiffany, oh my God, there is a God. And she goes, what's happening? I go, okay, Tiffany, remember that movie we watched when we were kids with Drew Barrymore called Never Been Kissed? She's like, kind of. And I go, the one where she ends up marrying Mr. Coulson, the super hot teacher. And she goes, the guy that was all over your vision boards? And I was like, yes, those, yes. And I'm so glad you called them vision boards. Yes. I was like, yes, and I have a date with him tomorrow night. And she goes, oh my God, that's great. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna style you, which is great. My sister's a stylist. Fantastic, because if it were up to me, I'd be wearing jeans, flip-flops, and a t-shirt that says, life's a bitch and so am I. Nobody wants it. So my sister's screaming, we're celebrating, I'm twirling around the bathroom, we're screaming louder, and then that's when I realize I'm not the only one in the bathroom. The 23-year-old Trinity from earlier is doing a line of blow off the toilet seat. And she looks up in all of her glory and she goes, oh my God, you're gonna bang that old guy? Gross. Now, all of my shame from the breakup and all my fear of dying alone started to rise up to the top, probably along with the glucose level because the sugar was really kicking in. And so I looked at her and her perfect little cheekbones and I couldn't help it and it just came out and I said, listen up, Trinity. 15 years from now, your boyfriend Bryce is going to break up with you and he's going to kick you out of the Airstream, leaving you with nothing but vinyl records and low self-esteem. And you're going to have to go back to that waitressing job you swore you'd never go back to. Meanwhile, I'm going to be married to Michael Vartan, living in a mansion, raising our babies because I stopped taking birth control months ago. So shut the f*** up, Trinity. I win. She's fine. She's on a CW show now. It's fine. She's gonna make it. Or she's gonna hit her shelf life and have to get pregnant by a producer. Who knows? Oh, did I give away an LA secret? Okay. Again, this is why I love LA. I have options. We have our date. It is 5 hours long of great food, great wine. But forget the fact that I've been in love with him for 20 years or that he's a celebrity. We talked about everything. Family, friends, our dog, like everything. And at one point I was laughing so hard, my mascara started to run. So he took his napkin to wipe off my mascara. And then he started laughing, and I took my napkin acting like I was gonna wipe off his mascara. You guys, he's not wearing mascara. We're just cuter than the Notebook is what I'm saying. Okay? And then it all hit me, and I was like, oh my God, he's my Prince Charming. It's all falling into place. Like, some people have to kiss a few frogs. I banged an entire koi pond to get to this guy. This is perfect. And then it was past close. We were the only ones there. And everybody wanted to go home, whether it be because it was late or because I filled the restaurant with an unnatural tear gas. Anybody's guess. And he looks at me and he goes, look, I don't want tonight to end. Would you like to go back to my house for a glass of wine? You can meet my dog. And I was like, yeah, yes. And when I said yes like yes to forever. Like, that's how it felt. I was like, it's happening. So we go back to his house. It's this beautiful house in Hollywood Hills. He gives me a tour. It's gorgeous. And, because I have a studio, so it's like, well, this is an upgrade. He gives me a tour. And then I meet his dog, and we have this moment. Now we're in the kitchen. He's pouring me a glass of wine, and I'm up against the kitchen counter. And there's that moment where he just kind of stares at me. And I'm like, oh my God. And he starts to step towards me. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get never been kissed. Like, the adult in me was like, keep it calm, keep it cool. The 16-year-old in my head was like, run at him, tackle him, sit on his face, make babies, make babies, make babies. And I was like, shut up, 16, keep it down, okay? So he steps towards me, I straighten up. He steps towards me, I put my wine glass down. He steps towards me, now putting a hand on each side of me on the countertop, inches away from my face, and he's taking me in visually. And I'm like, just shaking. And he goes, God, you're beautiful. You guys, ladies, you know that our entire lives we are waiting to hear those magic words. We don't even know what they are specifically, but we think there's something like, you complete me, or you make me a better man, or your vagina tastes like the good Jolly Rancher. I don't know. But when he said I was beautiful, I was like, that's what I've been waiting for my entire life. This is amazing. So he closes his eyes and tilts his chin up. I close my eyes and I wet my lips and I wait. And I wait. And I wait. So it's not happening. I open my eyes and I'm like, yeah? And he kind of pulls back and he goes, are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm great. I'm fantastic, actually. I'm really good. What's up? Then he takes 2 steps back and gets cold. And I was like, no. What did I do? I did something. I said something. I triggered something from his childhood. I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't know, but you have to find out. You have to just ask. You're like, sack it up, just ask. So I go, Michael, what is it? I got this. Like, whatever it is, just ask me. Just tell me. Just ask me. What is it? And he goes, okay, I got to be honest. What is that smell? Did you shit yourself?